All right, so this is Contra. It's a game that needs no introduction, and if you don't know it, you should fix that because it's amazing. It's really, really good. So if you don't know it, what you need to do is you need to get spread, and you need to get R so you can shoot spread faster. There's a lot of tech that we're going to talk about during this run, but the most important thing for this race is don't die. Do not die, because then you'll lose spread. That's the number one thing.
Much easier said than done, unfortunately.
All right, so the big thing coming up, they need to pick up the R upgrade, so that's coming up. When they get to the first boss, that's going to be this base wall. The base wall is random. It can drop the shots short, medium, or far away, and so they want to both get there, pound it out.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
No dikembes.
Yes.
That's maybe the most stressful part because it's completely random and it's a tremendous time loss if either of them die.
All right, so the big thing about this game, we're going to talk about we're going to call like spread rhythm. And so the way it works is that anything in this game can only take 1 damage at a time. So normally when you fire spread, all 5 shots hit at once, and that's no good. So the way the game works is if you have less than 10 shots on the screen, the game will let you shoot again. And so if you shoot and you hit something like the core or an enemy, if you press B that same frame, you can get rhythm going. And so instead of spread being like 2 waves of 5, you can get this like straight beam of red death that mows down everything in your path. There's a technique to it though, because you got to maintain the mashing. Otherwise, if you slack off, you're just going to get 2 waves of 5 again, and you won't be doing very good damage. And Zaller's going to take it away with this stage.
Okay, so stage 3 has a weird quirk when it scrolls upward. There's a memory address that fluctuates pretty wildly, but it controls the height of your jump very slightly. But TMR and Toad just got the first one. You can path it out to where you actually skip a couple of platforms. So hopefully you'll see another one near the end, but there's a couple of caveats to it. One thing is you can't land on the edge pixel of any platform or else the route kind of fails. But it's a minor time loss if such a thing happens. So, ooh. Uh-oh.
Oh. So Toad going for barrier, and that paid off.
Yep.
Starting in stage 3, the random spawns can shoot, and as you can see, they
Different approaches on this boss from each runner too. TMR usually takes out both arms to reduce lag, but it makes it harder to get the 1 cycle set up.
Nice.
Got it.
Right on.
If you kill both arms, he'll open his mouth faster if you miss the 1
Yes.
cycle. Hit, the more opportunities you have to get the spread rhythm, so you can really get it going in this stage, and TMR definitely has the rhythm going.
The panels are a little bit strange. They let you get the rhythm a little bit easier than enemies and just the straight cores.
And the thing about this mashing is you cannot let up. You have to keep mashing the entire time, because if you drop it for even just a second, you are doing a lot less damage.
This is one of the few rooms where you actually don't want to mash for the most part. It's actually faster just to burst shots.
Yeah, you want the spread to hit both of those panels. It's really easy to get the rhythm off the barrels because the barrels can take so many hits and they're moving towards you. And you can see TMR is really getting into it.
Yeah, nice and streamlined. All right, we're coming up to a pretty interesting room here where you actually have to jump to hit the target, and if done properly, you can actually do this in 2 jumps. But we usually hope for 3. 3 is good enough, and Toad gets it. That's TMR. We're coming up on the base 2 boss, which is the gatekeeper of the game for speedruns. You want to get this glitch kill where you kill each heads in 1 cycle, and Toad didn't get it.
So the way it works... Oh,
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, the way it works is that the boss can normally only be hit when the heads are together. If you hit it... If you hit him on the last frame that he's together, it screws up the vulnerability, and so both heads can be hit while they're apart, so you can get one less cycle. This stage. Oh,
Call this the troll field.
Yeah, the way the platforms are, it makes it really dangerous when you're jumping downward because there could be a spawn, or it really mess you up bad.
You gonna do it? No. Smart man. Smart people we have here.
Jumps.
You can jump between those two bombs, but it's a one-frame trick. You lose a couple of seconds, but you get your weapons back here in case you fail it, but it's
roughly a 3-second time loss dying on this stage because of that, which is actually pretty good in this game compared to anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we say frame perfect, we mean if you're a frame early, you're dead. If you're a frame late, you're dead. So we're not messing around. So this is the point in the run where you really don't want to die, because if you lose spread, you are not going to get it back until halfway through hangar. The reason why they're styling on that tank is because if you jump a little bit closer, he'll stop earlier and he'll be vulnerable sooner. And that tank takes 70 shots to kill. It's ridiculous. Ooh, it's tight. Alright, so coming up is this boss. He spawns, first section is high, either middle, left, or right, and Team already got it right. So I had to adjust a little. Still got a very good race going. So the scary thing coming up in this stage is that there are these flames that come out, and the flames are based on a global timer, and the global timer is running from the time that you power on the game. So they don't know exactly when the first flame is going to come out, and that's got to be a little bit scary, and they have to react. And the spawns here can also be obnoxious.
The hope is to get the middle flame to spawn, because then you can just jump right through. And they got fast flames, so that's a slower pattern. And they're going to be going for the exo skip here.
Is he going to pause? Okay, it didn't. Okay. All right.
Nice.
And yeah, taking the barrier is slower. Alright, so coming up is the energy zone boss. You don't want him to jump. He can throw discs, he can jump, he can move. You want him to just kind of move. Let's see what we get. Jump, disc. Ooh! Upping the ante. Upping the ante.
You gotta run here.
Alright, so the global timer is still in effect for these claws. So the global timer starts at 0, counts up to 255, and then goes back. Each revolution to 255. Now, a big thing here is to jump onto the minecart like that, and then try to pick up the barrier. Oh! There's still another spread, but it's going to be rough. So T-Mar's taking the top routes. Get it, get it. You can drop down and get it if he's brave. And yeah, you can jump over that claw, which is really nice. This part right here is scary for Toad. Oh man, it's
Mochila
scary.
guy.
So the spawns there can get cover from the turrets, but yeah, the spawn rate is really high, and yeah, this is tight.
TMR's a little bit behind, but he has spread going into this mini boss, so he's going to catch up a little bit more.
Toad can get spread back after this guy. The barrier definitely helps. Let's see how well it can mash. See if TMR can maintain his lead. Oh. All right, well, the rest of the route is usually safe. Of course, anything can happen in marathons, but Toad's going to get his spread back here, and let's see. Maybe we'll get a double KO with the heart. Double KO.
Nice.
That was a really good
That was
race.
a really good race.
Really good race.
Well done.
Awesome.